United come crashing back down to earth after a 2-0 defeat against Arsenal, and yeah, it's disappointing. It's really, really disappointing. And to be honest with you, it was a very open game as we expected, and I knew going into this game that Arsenal were going to pose a lot more of a threat than they did in the FA Cup game, and they did just that. They started really, really well, I've got to say, but really, we had a very, very good few early chances. Romelu Lukaku should have had at least 2 goals in this game, and he'll be very, very disappointed with the way he couldn't finish some of the very easy chances he had. The first chance whipped in by Luke Shaw, and really it hit the top of the crossbar, and I thought unlucky at first, but actually Lukaku should have been putting that away every day of the week. Leno made a decent save where Lukaku tried to get round him like he did Gianluigi Buffon in PSG against PSG, I should say, on Wednesday. But it just didn't happen today. It really didn't happen today. It just looked like we could have played until next week and we still wouldn't have scored a goal. And it's disappointing because I thought actually our overall performance wasn't totally awful. I thought we created a lot of good chances, and as we've done in previous games against Arsenal, when we've taken our first chance. When we've taken our first early chance, the game's turned on its head and the complexion's changed. And if we did take that early Lukaku chance, then our confidence would have been sky high. We would be in the driving seat. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And obviously, Arsenal got the goal. David De Gea, I think, will definitely be very, very unhappy with that. Yes, obviously the ball swerved from Xhaka's shot, but when it landed in the back of the net, I couldn't believe what I saw. I thought De Gea should have saved that, surely, and he had a clear view of it as well. Yes, it dipped a lot and it swerved a lot, and I have to say, I've been in goal before, and when a shot swerved like that, it is very, very difficult to judge, but still, it wasn't like the ball ended up in the opposite corner or anything. I think he'll be disappointed with that. But yeah, Arsenal, of course, when they got that first goal, they started to get into a rhythm. They got very, very comfortable, although we kept making chances, and it just wasn't going in for us. But that is encouraging, the fact that under Jose Mourinho in that sort of game we could have let it get away from us, but actually we kept creating chances, and it just wasn't going in for us today. It just really wasn't. Lukaku wasn't on form. Rashford wasn't happening for him. I do have to say, Nemanja Matic, when he came back in, had a pretty poor day in my opinion. I didn't think he did the best of jobs. Whether that's because he's not 100% match fit, I'm not too sure, but he came back in today and just wasn't at it whatsoever. Paul Pogba didn't have the best of games either. He played a few decent passes, but ultimately didn't have too much of an impact on the game. In the second half, of course, they got the penalty. For me, it was a soft penalty, although I have seen them given. I don't want to say completely that it wasn't a penalty, because I think Fred did go through the back of him there, so I think it was a bit of a soft penalty, but ultimately I'm not 100% dissatisfied with that decision. And of course, Lacazette scores this one, and 2-0. We weren't really coming back from that, but it was nice to see Greenwood get on the pitch. It's a bit of a silver lining. Obviously, we haven't really seen Greenwood play that much. He got on against PSG, but he got on today as well, and looked lively on the ball, had a few decent touches, made a few decent runs. Hopefully that can be the start of many performances for Mason Greenwood. But yeah, it's just now it's going to be about bouncing back. It's the first defeat, second defeat, first in the league under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and it's just going to be about how we bounce back against Wolves next weekend. That's what it's going to be about, and I hope we can bounce back with a win, and I'm sure we can, because I think actually there's a lot of positives we could take for that performance. Ultimately, in terms of the league, we dropped out of the top 4 into 5th place. I think now 2 points behind Arsenal in 4th, but we're still, well in the hunt for that top 4 spot, and if we need to bounce back, and hopefully, we're definitely not out of it. There's no doubt about that. But it would have been nice, to win, or not even win, just not lose this game. But unfortunately, it has gone that way. But it's about how we bounce back. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your thoughts on the game, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.